Hey, it's Milton Daily Homes Chuck here, and I think my tongue's frozen. I just had a Frosty from Wendy's. We've got 11 properties today, and the whole reason we do these videos is because the information's out there, there's no doubt about that, but what's missing is the interpretation. Is someone saying, look, here's what you need to know, and here's the things that you may want to consider if you're looking at a home like this. So I think today is a great list. I'll tell you everything I can see just from a first impression on these listings. So let's get started. So 1471 Maple, number 306. It's in the Maple Crossing building. It's a 1+1. And yesterday we had one on the first floor that was, I think it was 229 if I remember correctly. And this one here, hardwood floors. You got a nice looking kitchen, backsplash. It's nice. It's a very nice home. The colors are probably a little bit more eclectic, but immediate possession, $195 on the maintenance fee. And this is really the lowest price game in town right now. So I do like this one very, very much. And it's going to sell probably very quick. Heslop is at $229. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-washroom. There's a finished basement. It's nice having that third washroom too. Although there's only one full bathroom, then 2 powder rooms. Maintenance fees are $313 on this one. You've got some hardwood floors. And I really want to make something clear about these listings is when you see a comment like this, so it says it's nice and clean, but it needs decluttering. Honesty is truly the best policy in any listing, and I can't tell you how many hundreds of homes I've gone in where they said, spotless, and it's just a complete disaster inside. It's misleading, and people find out the truth, and I'll show you an example of that a little bit later on. And so I do like that. I like being completely honest, and what you find is that honesty often makes you more money too when you're really clear and on your listing and things are what they are. Makes a big difference. So Wettenhall's at $299, and it's a current model, Currant, like the fruit, and great model. This is one of my favorite models because you've got the small ones at like 1050 square feet. You've got the big ones 1350, and then you've got this one at 1195, and it combines, I think, some of the best elements of both of them. It feels a lot more like the bigger ones. You've got hardwood floors inside, and overall it's a very positive impression, this one here. 2 bedrooms upstairs, and there's 2 full bathrooms, so if you've got a roommate, this is a great home. And oftentimes with a roommate, these homes are a lot less than rent would be. And they're new. There's really no maintenance required on them, so this is a great deal. Under 300, it's going to sell very quickly. Schrier Crescent. So now we're looking at the smaller one, the 1050 square foot one, and it's at $315. So I can't think of a reason why someone would go for this one for $15,000 more compared to the previous one. Yeah, you've got some hardwood floors here. The kitchen, that's a stretched picture. It's actually not that big. Nice appliances. A little bit dark photos. And yeah, you've got a bit of privacy for what could come across the street. I'm not sure what will be built there, depending on where it is on Schrier. And there you go. So $315, it might be stretching it a bit. Edwards is at $324.9. And there's been one recently that just went under sold conditional, and they had a finished basement finished very similar to this at the $325. So these guys may be a little bit aggressive, but anything in that sort of $3 to $350 category is getting so much attention right now. There's such a demand for properties in that range, good ones. Who knows, right? And we've talked about the fact that before, sometimes what happens is a really good home sells. One with less features can sometimes climb on that on the shoulders of the previous sale and do a little bit better. So we do see that phenomenon sometimes happen. Now it looks like there's some upgraded flooring upstairs, and there it is there too. So that's something that the other home did not have. And the backyard looks nice. I imagine that in maybe 5 years, even those cedars growing up and the tree, that could create a nice impression in the yard too. So who knows? This one looks. I mean, there's a lot of good things in that home. There's no doubt about it. But without the finished basement, how does it compete? Sheppard is at $369, and this is a Spring Ridge. It's 1,800 square feet. Really, if you don't live on Sheppard, you don't go on Sheppard. It's a nice quiet street. It's right in the Hawthorne Village School District. You'd go right down Clark and you'd find the school there. 4 bedroom, laundry upstairs. I think I mentioned the square footage, 1,800 square feet. Who knows what it's like inside? But at $369, I think that's very fair given what these usually sell for. I don't think you're going to find hardwood in the home. You can see here it says living room, says broadloom. But there you go. So that's what it is. It's nice there's no sidewalk here too, so you can park the 2 cars in the driveway. Farrington Crossing's at $450, and inside is quite nice. I mean, that pink color may not appeal to everyone, but they've got crown moldings. They've got the hardwood floors. It looks like a couple pot lights there too. And then you've got the kitchen. You can see the tile work that they've done. They've upgraded the hood fan. It's a little bit hard to see there, but still the white appliances. That's a very nice look right here. It'd be nice to have a TV above the fireplace. So the whole house has really been upgraded well. I think about the bathroom. Look at, so really a lot of custom tile work. They've done a little bit of framing here through the wall. I think that would create a great impression. Double sinks. And you're backing onto, and in the description it says you're backing onto a park. What you're really backing onto is Escarpment View Public School. So that's misleading. So we talk about the truth. If someone's coming to look and say, okay, great, there's a park behind, and they see a school, is that going to be a letdown for them? Are they going to get upset? I don't know. I kind of would be if I was looking at that. So it's almost 2,200 square feet. It's joined by the foundations on the right-hand side if you're looking at the front. So for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's detached, but they share the wall down in the basement, which really doesn't have much of an effect on your enjoyment. You know, they could get it. I mean, definitely homes in this size, selling for this price, looking like that, or I mean, it's certainly possible. Excuse me. Schrier Crescent is at $449, and it's a 3-bedroom, 3-washroom, double car garage, and it's over 2,000 square feet. There's no air conditioning. So what you're looking at is really something that's been recently built, a little bit more basic. You've got a family room up top, plus 3 bedrooms, plus the laundry. And beyond that, you'd probably be looking at paying for your fencing. Potentially, there's probably some appliances in the home, but you're looking at one of those new builds, very freshly sort of, on the market, 6-month-old Mattamy detached home. So, just know that you're in for some extra costs on that one. Sire Drive, I was in this one today. We had the agent's tour, so it's a 55 by 121 foot lot. It does back onto dairy, but it's got a big piece of land. The kitchen's been renovated. Every room in this house has been renovated, upgraded trim. It's a beautiful home. It's completely move-in ready. And that's something that a real premium is put on because there's hardly any of them that are truly, truly move-in ready. Carpet, the underpad, the heart, like just everything about this home is really nice. A very classic old Milton home. You've got a little bit of a sitting area, and then you've got an above-ground pool with a completely integrated deck there. There's still lots of green space. There's big trees here, and so my understanding is these guys got an offer after like basically 24 hours, which is amazing, and it's a super listing. It's really going to set the bar at 559.8. If they get anything close to there, they're going to do really, really well. So Monsieur is the next one, 559,999, and it's a 4-bedroom. Immediate possession, same thing. This one, no air conditioning, much newer home. So just know those extra costs like we talked about earlier. Harvest 3 model, I'm not sure how big that is, but it's 4 bedrooms plus main floor laundry, and there's some hardwood floor. That's all we can see on this one. So we might want to wait for some photos. And Malboeuf, the bad beef, is at $659. And so this one here is a 5-bedroom, and it's just over 3,000 square feet, and it backs onto green space. There's some hardwood floors. I don't know if I like the way that they match these to the staircase and the floor. The kitchen looks okay. I mean, the appliances are all right. The tiles are extremely shiny. I mean, you could put your makeup on the look of those tiles, and then you've got your bathroom here with the double sinks, the upgraded counters, very hard to shoot a vacant house with photos, and you're backing on to some nice ravine there. So it's got the size. I mean, what's happening is there's so much going on in and it starts right at the 450 range. There's some really good deals there. The 5 to 550s are starting to feel that effect, plus there's a lot of them. And then there's this middle range of 550 to 6 that's it's almost like people are sort of separating and saying, do I go higher than 6 or lower than 550? So that's a bit of a tough spot to be. And then above 6, you've really got to be special. You really got to pull people into that range. That's what I'm noticing lately. So anyhow, that's the list for today. And so I'm not sure how I feel about this one. There's a lot of flux and transition happening in the upper price ranges. So anyhow, if you have any questions or if you want to see any of these homes, feel free to get in touch. And the other thing is that we run tours probably about 18 times a week in Milton. So if you feel like coming and getting a sense for what is out there, just click over on that side there and let us know when you can come. Okay, so we're doing a buyer class. I think it's Saturday, March 26th, but you can go to miltonbuyerclass.com if you want to check that out, or there's a link over there too. So have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.